Alright, Chris, first question you gotta ask yourself is the camera running? It is. It is running. So there's this article about how 4% of the people in the United States believe the government is run by lizard men. It's a pretty cool article. It's got the breakdowns on a few other popular conspiracy theories, the JFK conspiracy theories, the global warming is a hoax conspiracy theory, the crash at Roswell was a UFO conspiracy theory. The Roswell one is good because I did believe that whenever I was younger, but now, kind of like religion, if it happened, sure, whatevs. But knowing the technical facts is not as important as living with the people who think that they do. Seriously. And some of the guys asked me to stop eating on the videos. They're right. I mean, the carrot thing, it was way too loud and it took entirely too long to chew. It was just dead air. So I promised them, and I'm promising you, no more food. Oh, especially being a geek, right? Learning the rules to BattleTech and knowing entirely too much about Star Trek, that paled in comparison to having some kind of secret knowledge about how the world really worked. I know people who still believe in conspiracy theories, and they exist on top of their own private heap of facts, which I'm sure is comforting for them, but they are out-of-touch, condescending egotists without the education or intelligence to pull it off. But getting back to the actual article, it proves my scroll down hypothesis, which is that there is no news article capable of so utterly destroying your faith in humanity that a quick scroll down to the comment section can't remove that faith from the game entirely. It's a windy shake. I don't know if you can see that. Let me shake. I have the new slogan on them. Quality food, something, something. Bullshit. I miss the yellow cups. I asked them for the yellow cups, and they're like, we don't have yellow cups. I think they should get a new slogan. Bring back the yellow cups. Since the last time we talked about him, the new pope has hugged a kid with cerebral palsy, washed the feet of some juvenile delinquents. He skipped on taking the papal master suite, and he personally canceled his old newspaper service. That makes these past 2 weeks the longest the Catholic Church has been able to go since 2001 without resetting the days since everyone remembered all those boys counter, which is it's a good run. It's a good run. Right. What's next here? Oh, in Australia, they just started an initiative to investigate reports of abuse in sports clubs, orphanages, and churches. I'm sure he's going to be a great pope. He seems like it. And I realize only now that I've patterned these breaks after late night show hosts and their monologues. The only problem is that I don't have an audience full of people laughing at this, so it's just me sitting quietly, staring at the camera, drinking a shake. Samoa Air has a new plan. They're going to be charging customers according to their weight and the weight of their luggage. They say it's because of the rising fuel costs, and they're also concerned about rising rates of obesity on Samoa. It's been popular amongst slimmer passengers, parents, and I thought we were doing the Olsen bit. No, I don't know which Olsen twin it was. I just like the Olsen bit. No, I can't be arsed to look it up. I just thought it was a funny bit. Sorry about that. Supporters include slimmer passengers, parents, and He-Man villains, while those opposed include heavier passengers, half of the Metal Men, and Druish princesses. There is also a fascinating essay on the future of culture, where the distinction between meat humans and electric humans might replace the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender rights struggle as the polarizing issue of the day. After all, what does gender matter when you can choose to swap between different sorts of genitalia? But you can be sure it's a future that will cut Apple's market share. I don't see men lining up to buy a newer, smaller dick every year. I mean, I have a hard enough time getting my hair cut for a job interview. Can you imagine adding the right junk for one? On the one hand, right? On the one hand, you want to dress to impress. On the other hand, if I hit the hotkeys for hot times by accident, I do not want to punch a hole in my good slacks. I'm not kidding about that haircut thing. I went in to get a haircut for a job interview, and I'm like, job interview. I do that. I mean, I am awful at haircuts. My philosophy has been that hating a thing is no excuse for doing a thing poorly. But that philosophy stops at the door to supercuts. My stylist, God bless her, she's like, can we texture here maybe? And I'm like, I don't know. It is a job interview. You do what you gotta do. Like, I know it's tough out there right now, but someone in this city has to have had a haircut for a job interview since you started working here. Or maybe someone taught you? I mean, beauty schools haven't given up on the working class yet, have they? And she seemed to be okay with that, but she's like, you want to show a little personality? I'm like, no, respected stylist professional. I'm going to work in a cubicle farm where it will honestly be more efficient to refer to me by my grid coordinates than by my actual name. And even if the illusion of showing personality in a job interview wasn't just code for getting the hiring manager to empathize with you as a human being through a series of similar behaviors and opinions, I have a motherfucking personality. It's my personality. What kind of person would I be if I didn't have a personality? If everything came from my haircut? I would be a haircut person. I would be like 53% haircut growing out of a remainder of really boring flesh and sinew. That's the story of why I have this awful haircut. And there's nothing else. I'm just going to be sitting here drinking my shake for the next couple seconds. Because, there's no outtakes or deleted scenes or reveals that Thanos is going to be the villain of the next video. No, I just let me check. It's chocolate, by the way. And if anyone ever told you that there's a Wendy's Frosty that does not come in chocolate, you slap them in the face. And this from a guy with a pretty strongly stated antipathy towards chocolate. Why are you still here? Go home.